it play and call it work. MiniWarGaming's Path to Glory.
Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to a new series. It's a bit of an experiment on draft battle reports. Now, what is a draft battle report? Well, draft battle report is where we don't know our list beforehand. I'm going to put the rules for it. There'll be a link in the video description to the rules that I've created, as well as the lists that are available. Essentially, we each choose a Grand Alliance, an Age of Sigmar that is, and then within that Grand Alliance we choose 3 factions. And then out of that, we start randomly generating our army. Now, it's not totally random. What happens is, first off, there's 3 random leaders from those 3 armies chosen, and we get to pick one. And then there's 3 random battle line, we pick one. And another 3 random battle line, pick one. And then it starts to just be random after that, whether it's 3 behemoths, 3 leaders, 3 battle line, or 3 other. But it's always roll 3 and pick one. And we're going to be using the entire MiniWarGaming collection, which gives us the advantage of being able to pretty much play with almost anything within limits. So the only exceptions to the pick or choose 3, pick one kind of thing is that if you roll up something that you don't have, or you don't have any more of, or you already have, if it's unique and you already have one, then you just re-roll that, or if you don't have enough points for it. So we don't have to worry about imbalance too much. Not that there won't be imbalance, there will be plenty of it, but we're going to be drafting until we hit a certain points limit. So we're going to do a little mini campaign. The idea here, if everything works out well, is we're going to do 4 games. So the first game is going to be right here on YouTube at 1,000 points. And then we're going to draft another 250 points to add on to that 1,000 points. And that'll be in the MiniWarGaming Vault. And then next week, or whenever the next 2 come out, we're going to draft another 250 points and go to 1,500. And at that point, we'll decide if we're going to draft another 250 or 500 and go up to 2,000. Just depends on how much time we have left to play that last game. So if you're curious of all the details of these rules, you can go ahead and check out the document below. And it's a work in progress, so I'd love to hear your comments and what you think. So Cory has chosen...
it's Doradin, just basically
Dispossessed.
Dispossessed, Fire Slayers, and Caradon Overlords.
That's right, so dwarves, dwarves, and dwarves. And I'm doing Destruction, Gloomspite Gits, Beast Claw Raiders, and Iron Jaws. So let's go over and pick our armies. So to help it be fair and make sure that nobody gets to see the other person make their list, we're going to go back and forth. So I'll start. I'll create a leader, you create a leader. Now the reason that we're doing 2 battle lines is because we're doing 1,000 points. If you were playing at 500 points, you'd only have to draft 1 battle line. And if at 1,500, 3 battle lines. Actually, well, 1,500 is a little tricky because at 2,000 it's 3 battle lines. So you have to kind of decide with and you could change any of these rules, obviously, with anybody that you play with. So right now we have to do this all manually. If this ends up being popular, we will eventually create a web app to let you do this automatically, which would be much more handy. So what we've done here is I've compiled the 3 dwarf lists, the Fire Slayers, Dispossessed, and the Caradon Overlords. So there's all their leaders. They're all their battle lines, which include anything that can be battle line under the right circumstance. All their behemoths, which could also include leaders or possibly battle line in certain armies. And then the other category. So that includes artillery and anything that's not anywhere else. And then you can see I have got a bit of a bigger list because Gloomspite Gits alone is a lot. And so I got the same thing, leaders, anything that can be battle line, which you can see includes a couple behemoths. Anything that can be behemoths, which actually still includes those same guys. And anything that falls under other. My first roll was between a Mega Boss, a Fungoid Cave Shaman, and a Madcap Shaman. Now remember, I don't have access to the lores. There's just their basic spells. I'm going to choose Mega Boss. Boy. For Cory, we got Unforged, Auric Runefather, or Auric Runesmiter on Magmadroth. I think we're taking Auric Runesmiter on Magmadroth! An expensive choice for a 1,000-point game, but it is pretty awesome. On to battle line for me. I rolled Stonehorn Beast Riders, Beast Riders, Icefall Yetis, or Gore Gruntas. And remember, it's always minimum size units when you choose the unit. And you can choose, just like Path to Glory, to combine units later on. I am going to choose Gore Gruntas! And then for Cory, we got Warriors, Longbeards, and Volkite Berserkers. And he chooses... We looked through our collection. We actually don't seem to have Longbeards. We re-rolled that one to Hearthguard Berserkers, and he chooses Hearthguard Berserkers with their axes. 3 Icefall Yetis. Woo! Never used them before, so I have no idea if they're any good. Cory then rolls up Hammerers, Volkite Berserkers, or an Arcanaut Company. 10 Hammerers! So we've done our requirements, 1 leader, 2 battle lines. So I've got my Mega Boss, 3 Gore-Gruntas, and 3 Yetis. You've got your Auric Runesmiter on Magmadroth, 5 Hearthguard Berserkers, and 10 Hammerers. So now what we do is we roll first to see what type of unit we're going to generate, which will be leader, battle line, behemoth, or other, and then we draft 3 from each of those. We keep doing this until you have less than 100 points left, or until you just choose not to. So you could stop 200 points shy. For example, in a campaign, knowing that you're going to be able to add 250 points later, you might say, you know what, I want to save 150 points because that way I actually have more points available if the big unit gets drawn or something like that. So let's start drafting more. My next selection, I rolled and I got Battle Line, and between that I got Mornfang Pack, Shootas, which is the shooting grots, and Rock Gut Trogoths. This is a hard choice because I want the Trogoths, but I also want the unit of Shootas. If it was Stabas, that would be an obvious choice. So I'm going to choose 20 Shootas with some Nettas. I got the Standard Bearer, Leader, and Musician. You also rolled Battle Line. You got Warriors, Volkite Berserkers, and Arcanaut Company. Sounds familiar? You choose the Arcanaut Company with triple Ethermatic volley guns. Ooh, yeah! I then also rolled Battle Line again. Now, don't go telling me, oh, Battle Line's too easy to get. It's just on a roll of 2 or 3 on a d6, and we just keep rolling it. It's 1, it's Leader, 2 or 3 is Battle Line, 4 is Behemoth, and 5 or 6 is Other. And I got a choice between the Stonehorn, Beast Riders, Stabas, which is these guys but with swords, and Fellwater Trogoths. And I choose 20 Stabas! What a surprise, with their Nettas, Musician, Standard Bearer, all that fun stuff. Interestingly enough, we're both at 660 points. And up next for Cory, Cory. Somehow you rolled Battle Lines again. You got Hammerers, Auric Hearthguard, and Arcanaut Company. Another 10 Arcanaut Company, this time with the light skyhooks. So he does have the option of combining them into 1 during the games as well, but that's up to him later on. Somehow I got Battle Line yet again, even though it's 1 in 3 chance. We've done it 5 times in a row. I got the Frost Sabers, Fellwater Trogoths, and Mornfang Pack. And I'm going to choose 3 Fellwater Trogoths. Cory's the first to get the different category other than Battle Lines. You got Other. Iron Drakes, Thunderers, or a Grunstock Gunhauler. 10 Iron Drakes. Some nice heavy firepower. I then also rolled Other, because I didn't want to be left behind, apparently. And I got a choice between Loon Smasher Fanatics, Sneaky Stufflers, and Spore Splatter Fanatics. And I chose Loon Smasher Fanatics. Because they're awesome. And they're supposed to be on 32 mil bases, so I'll just have to play them that way. And this actually brings us both up to 960 points. So we both ended with a 960 point army. Remember that 40 points is not lost. When we add 250 points to the army after this game, that really means we both have 290 points that we can mess around with. So here are the final armies. On the Dwarf side, the Durden side, it is led by an Auric Runesmiter on Magmadroth. Got a unit of Iron Drakes, a unit of Hammerers, a unit of Hearthguard Berserkers, and then 2 units of the Arcanaut Companies, one with the volley guns and one with the light skyhooks. Interesting synergy we have going on here. On the destruction side of things, we are led by a Mega Boss. And by the way, we could have rolled more leaders, but we didn't. So we both only have 1 leader. We have a unit of Gore-Gruntas, a unit of Yetis, a unit of Fellwater Trogoths, a unit of Stabas, a unit of Shootas, and a unit of Loon Smasher Fanatics. Synergy? I don't know. But neither of us really have the synergy, and that's kind of the point. We both only use our Grand Alliance allegiance abilities and command traits and artifacts, and then we just go and play a game. So let's see how this game goes. We're going to be playing Battle for the Pass, which has 4 objectives. 1 here, 2 in the middle, and 1 over there. It's quite simple. The objective on your side is worth 1, the ones in the middle are worth 2, and the one on your opponent's side is worth 4. Neither of us have any tricks. We're using the basic Grand Alliance allegiance abilities, command traits, and artifacts, and we're just gonna slug it out. Cory won the roll-off. We actually have the same number of drops because the Loon Smasher Fanatics don't actually count as one of the drops. They start inside one of these 2 units, and it's a secret. Shh, which one it is. Cory has a suspicion what it might be. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Now, another rule that I want to point out, I don't remember if I said this already, any rule that says something about a faction is replaced by the Grand Alliance. For example, the Hearthguard Berserkers say that if there is a Fire Slayer hero within 10 inches, they get +2 to that ignoring wounds roll. But it's any of the heroes. Now, there's only a Fire Slayer hero, so it doesn't matter. But we do have a unit, I believe it's the Hammerers, who if they had a dispossessed leader within a certain distance, that they ignore Battle Shock, but he will work for that as well. It creates some interesting interactions as well. Like for example, the command ability for my general will be the Wah, which is normally in the combat phase, you look at the number of Iron Jaws units within 10 inches to see if I get extra attacks, but it'll just be any of my destruction units. This is for a couple reasons. One is because it sounds like fun. You might get some really weird combinations, maybe overpowered combinations, but it's also because when we looked at the Death Allegiance, they already kind of get that. Everything is just death, 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 death. It's very few things that are specific Night Haunt or Legions of Nagash. And so I wanted to make sure the other factions, the other Grand Alliances, got to do weird synergies as well. And really, this isn't about perfect balance. This is about creating weird lists and seeing if you can figure out how to use those lists to win a game. Terrain here is by a few companies. We've got these cool stones from Gale Force 9. A lot of this terrain is just aquarium terrain that we had Greenleaf terrain paint up. We got some foregrounds trees, because we love foregrounds. And over here, we've got the name of the map designer, which is pworkwargames, pworkwargames.com. We'll put links in the description below for all of these companies as well. Cory finished deploying first, which means he gets to choose who goes first. What's your choice there, Cory?
You can go first, Matt.
Okay. My first turn is going to be pretty straightforward. I don't have anything to do in the hero phase. I've got my first command point. I'm just going to start running to grab good positioning. And so we're going to make this quite simple. My army starts here and runs over to, and they end up here. We're being a little reserved because there's no point in getting too close, and I've got some good speed as well. So I've got this line right here to grab this objective. My shoot has moved up a little bit, but held onto the back objective. And my stab has moved up to put lots of guys on that objective because they're going to get shot a lot. So let's see what happens. That's my turn. Quite simple. Let's go now into order. Turn 1. Hero phase for you. You actually took the command trait to start the command point, so you're up to 2 now. And what would you like to do? Is there anything in the hero phase? You want to do your prayer?
Yeah, I'm going to do my prayer, but I'm also going to do the once per battle prayer.
Oh, they give everybody a +1 save?
As long as they're wholly within 12 of him.
Ooh, so you're hoping to...
weather the storm that's about to come.
Yeah. And then his prayer is on a 3+. He'll give somebody reroll wounds. He fails. It's actually wholly within 18 because he's got the forge key, so it would have been anybody. Unfortunately, it did not work. And then they're going to move on up, some running, some not, and end up. And they ended up here. You had to use a command point to get their run decent because you only rolled a 2. They could have just decided to run 4, but you realized that you needed a 5 or 6 inch run to take this objective from me. So by using a command point, you were able to go up there. And so now you will control that objective at the end. Everything ran except for your 2 shooting units and your... Actually, no, your 3... Sorry. Hardly anything ran. I gotta put that backwards. These 2 units ran. Everything else just moved up. So we have our shooting phase now. Shooting phase! The volcanic fire breath. So basically, normally, choose a unit within 12. You have to roll equal to or less than the number of models. So that's auto hit on them. And it does D3 mortal wounds. And you do 3. Woo! Blah. 1, 2, 3. And then 3 volley guns are in range to shoot at them. 18 shots. Only hitting on 5s, though. They are very inaccurate. Okay, I said they are very inaccurate, Cory. You're not listening. And then 4s to wound. Yikes! What is with that? So that's 6 wounds at -1 rend. I've got 6 up save. I have at least 10 shields, so it becomes 5 up. And I took the banner that gives them +1 save against shooting. So I have a 4 up save against shooting, which is ridiculous. So I have a 5 up against yours. Okay, well, at least I spiked my 5 ups. 3 more die, which is 6 dead in total, which brings them down below 15, which means they're not getting their synergy. If they have at least 15, then they get +1 to their wound rolls. Next up, we got the Iron Drakes firing at the Yetis. So you got the torpedo first, hitting on a
3.
wounding on a
3.
and it has a rend, right? Ah, it doesn't matter. And the rest of the guns, 3+, 3+. So 3s to hit, only 2 miss. 3s to wound. Oh, so 2 wounds at -1 rend. They're only 6 up saves, so that's just 2 wounds. So it down to 2 wounds. And then 3 light skyhooks firing over at the Mega Boss. Hitting on?
Hitting on normally
4s?
4s.
So they get a +1
which would
because
go
he's a
3.
hero?
Yeah, because he's a hero.
But then -1 because of lookout, sir, he's within a unit of 3, or within 3 inches of a unit of 3. So you're back to 4s to hit. Oh, nothing. That's all you're shooting. Technically, you're in range to charge with your Magmadroth, if you wanted to do that.
No, he's perfect position to give everyone +1 to the saves.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right now he's got everybody wholly within 12 inches, so they all have +1 save. So that leaves us to Battle Shock, which is these Stabas. These guys, oh, I forgot my Destruction Allegiance ability, which lets me possibly move something for free. Oh well, this turn it didn't really matter. So these guys, they are Bravery 5 right now, thanks to there being at least 10 of them. But they lost 6 guys, so they would lose D6 +1 more. So I'm within 12 inches of my general, so I will use my 1 command point for Inspiring Presence, because I don't want to lose that many more. End of your turn, you took this objective from me, and you claimed that objective. I forgot to tell you that I got 5 points last turn, 2, 2, and 1. So you're getting 3 between those two. So score is 5-3 at the end of Battle Round 1. Let's roll off for who gets the first turn. I win doubles, or win ties. Oh, okay, looks like you're gonna get to choose. So, do you want to go immediately? That'll drop your +1 save, but it'll also let you pick all the charges and stuff.
And get more shots in.
And get more shots, or do you want to let me go next?
You know what? Even though I lose +1 to save, I think I'm gonna go.
You're gonna go next, so double turn for order. Hero phase, so you drop the +1 save thing, which is only once per game, so that's gone. And although it wasn't a bad strategy, because you knew if I got to go first, you'd have the +1 save, but if you got to go first, then you get to shoot me and choose all the charges. But you do have your prayer on a 3+. Yay! So everybody's wholly within 18, who's getting the reroll wound rolls? And this goes for shooting and melee.
We're gonna give it to the hammerers.
The hammerers?
The hammerers.
But now we have our movement phase, where everybody advances to better firing positions and charging positions. And ended up here, getting right in my face. Oh, and by the way, he took the artifact Quicksilver Potion, which means once per game, he can drink it at the start of the combat phase, and he gets to fight first, before everybody's chosen, which means he's gonna fight first, and then you're gonna get to choose somebody else. Sounds like fun. Shooting phase.
We're gonna breathe and throw the axe in here.
So you gotta roll 3 or less for the breath attack. You did, so you get D6 mortal wounds because you're within 6 inches. 1, woohoo! But you can throw your axe, maybe that'll do it. Axe is 5 to hit. Nothing. Throwing their axes into the Stabas. 5s to hit. Ooh, 3 hits. Look at those accurate berserkers. 5s to wound. 1 wound. I still have enough shields. Do I have enough shields? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, we got the 10th on the guide right there. So we're looking at 4+ save. Oh, I rolled 6, didn't matter. Then we've got the Iron Drakes, and they're targeting the Yetis. So the torpedo hitting on a 4.
3.
3 hits. Wounds on a
3.
Hey, there's a rend to it, right?
-2.
I got a 6 up save. So what? D3 damage because they're not monsters. I can't see that. Can you pull it over? 3. Wow. And the rest of them, 3s and 3s. Solid hit. 3s to wound. They're not the one with the rerolls. It's the hammers that have the rerolls.
Yep.
So between that 5 wounds and the other 3, we got 8 wounds. So that's one of them. There's 4 more of them. And 3 more of them. So this guy's down to 1 wound. 3 light skyhooks into my Mega Boss, who no longer has Lookout Sir, so they're hitting on 3s now. Oh, look at that. It got a 4 instead of a 2. And they're winning on?
3s.
Ooh, only 1 gets through. -2 rend, so I get a 5 up save. I failed. D3 damage. Yeah, 1. He goes down to 6 out of 7 wounds. And lastly, we have the other squad of the Arcanaut Company. What is their target?
They're gonna shoot the stabbers.
With everything that they can?
Everything that they can.
So starting with the regular pistols, so we've got 15 shots with these. Hitting on 4s. Pretty lackluster shot, wounding on 4s. So we got 3 wounds, no rends, we got my 4-up save. Oh, look at that! And then the 18 shots from the volley guns, hitting on 5s. Only 4 hits this time, forced to wound. 2 wounds, -1, so I get a 5-up save. Oh, only 1 dies. I'm going to kill the musician. Wait, that'll... I gotta check how many shields I have. Yeah, musician is gonna die. That is all your shooting. So the start of the charge phase, you hear a yep, 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 and the Loon Smasher fanatics come flying out of the ranks. Now, unlike how they used to work, which is like before this last battle tome, which has been up for a while, they don't get to charge in your turn, but they do always strike first. So just keep that, and that's before anybody's chosen, which would of course mean that he could go first with his Quicksilver, and then they would go, and then we'd start selecting units. First charge is the Ironbreakers. Charging how far?
Sorry, the hammers.
Hammers, that's what we meant to say. 4 inches is enough to get them in. You don't like that, so you're using a command point to re-roll that, and now you've got 7, which is plenty. They're just gonna charge right in the midst of all that, saying, hey, we're here to do some damage, and then see you later, alligator. Next up, Magmadroth. As long as you don't roll a double 1. 5, you're in. You can just pop them right up on there. Hello, Megaboss. Do the Hearthguard Berserkers still want to charge in?
Yes, but we'll see how far they get where I want them.
10.
They're going for your war boss.
Okay, they're like, yeah, we'll go the other direction. See you later, crazies. That's fine. So the beginning of the combat phase, are you going to drink your Quicksilver potion?
I am.
Okay, so that means he just goes first.
He's gonna
pile in.
over,
Where's he putting all his attacks?
He's gonna put them all into the war boss.
Yeah, try to kill the general. What are you starting with?
With the claws.
Hitting on?
4s.
Oh, half of them hit. Then wounding on?
Wounding on 3s.
Ooh, we got 2. -1 rend, so I get a 4-up save. And I saved 1 of them. That's damage 2, bringing me down to 4. Don't think I'm surviving this. Blazing Maw hits on.
4.
And wounds on.
2.
Oof. Rend. -2 rend. 5-up save. Oh, we got it. Your Latch Axe hitting on.
3.
Wounding on.
3.
Nothing. Ooh, you might actually kill him. Runic Iron hitting on.
4s.
Oh, they both hit.
Wounding on. Oh, sorry. Those hit on 3s.
But
Wound
you
on
still
4s.
okay. Wound on 4s.
Yeah.
You still had both of them.
There.
No rend, 1 damage, so 3-up saves. Oh, they both get through. Of course. Well, I survived. Now that was before we start choosing back and forth. So now you get to choose a unit. Does it want to be the Hearthguard Berserkers to kill the Mega Boss, or the Hammers to kill some trolls?
The hammers are gonna go for the trolls before they get. They engage 3 things. So.
Okay. So what are they going to target?
Everybody, because they have. Oh, they only have 1 inch. Well.
It means all except 1 could get there.
Yeah. So the one that has to go into him will go into him.
Finish off the Yeti, and then 9 into the Trogoths. So the 2 into the Yeti, just got to hit him once. 3s to hit. Or sorry, you have to wound him once. Got to roll 3+ here, and you'll kill the Yeti.
Well, I get to reroll this too.
Oh, you're gone. Goodbye, Yeti. Yeti, Yeti, Yeti. 19 attacks into the Fellwater Trogoths. Now they're -1 to hit, so they're hitting on 4s. Because they stinky. There's a few 3s in there. Dang it, you rolled way too well. 3s to wound re-rolling. This is where I'm in trouble. Let's pick up that one over there and re-roll that one. And then re-roll all these fails. Good thing you have the re-roll, because you only got 4 of them. That was 3. Oh, I'm so dead. I only got 6-up saves because of the -1. I make 1 of them. So that's 1 dead, 2 dead, and a 3rd hurt. Phooey. So I will leave this guy alive, and we'll kill these 2. That's too bad. They would have murdered you back. I will, of course, choose my Mega Boss. He's going to put all his attacks into the Hearthguard Berserkers. I'm going to start with his main weapon, 6 attacks. I gave him the artifact that gives him +1 to wound. He's still hitting on 3s, though. 2 missed. That's all right, I guess. 2s to wound. No 1s, please. All right. It's -1 rend, so you get a 6-up save, which you fail all of. So you take 8 damage in total, but you ignore wounds on a 4+, because you have a hero nearby. Oh, I only kill 1.5. Oh! But I got his fist as well, hits on 5s. 1 hit. This also gets the +1 wound, so 2s to wound. This ignores your armor altogether because it's -2, so it does D3 damage. 3, so you get 3 chances to ignore it on a 4+. Ah, 1 more wound, so 2 of them die. Well, that's something, I guess. Oh, I expect him to do more. Goodbye, Mega Boss. So now the Hearthguard Berserkers will go into him. You get 7 attacks as your leader's in there, hitting on 3s. Oh.
Oh.
Well
Then.
you could still kill him because he's got 2 wounds left. You got to wound him on a 3+ though. And then they're -1 rend, but 2 damage. So if I fill this 4+, my Mega Boss dies. Dang nabbit! I failed it! Oh, he could have survived that! That would have been awesome, because the next turn he would have done some fun stuff. But he dies. I'm gonna do my Gorgrentas next, so we'll pile in like this. And yeah, you know what? He'll just pile in around. That way I can get all 3 of them in like this. We'll start with the orcs on top. Like 10 attacks between the 3 of them, hitting on 3s, winning on 3s. Oh golly! Oh no! I'm not even gonna kill them. It's -1, so you get a 5-up save. These aren't the guys that ignore anything that's not rend -2, are they?
No, that's them back
That's them back there. Okay, so 2 of them die because they're only 1 wound each, and then I have the actual Gorgrentas. And then the actual Gorgrentas, so 12 attacks, hitting on 4s. Oh, 2 hits! Can I get any? Okay, I got 2 wounds. You get your 4-up save against these. Can I kill 1 more? Nope, of course not. I killed 2. Go Gorgrentas. Oh, the Fellwater Trogoth might have better luck. 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Oh, well, we got 3 hits. So far, so good, as long as we can 2 or 3 wounds. Oh, we got 2 wounds. -1, 5-up save. They're 2 damage each, so 4 more die just from that 1 that eked through. So at least that's good. We got Battle Shock. I lost 2 of the Fellwater Trogoths. They're only Bravery 5, so a 4+. He will run. Yeah, all right, I rolled a 6 just to make sure it was really obvious. And we're Bravery 5 on these guys right now because there's at least 10 of them. I lost 1 of them. So it's just 3, so good. End of that turn, you still control that objective because you've got 5 guys within 6 inches and I've got 3. You did not take any other objectives though, so you got 3 more points, bringing the score to 6-5 for order. No hero phase for me because I have no heroes. So we're just gonna go straight to movement. My Loon Smash has moved 2d6 inches, so 5. Yeah, I want them to take care of your Hearthguard Berserkers before they can do any more damage to me. And my Stabbas are going to move up. Don't know why I'm not staying nice and close together. The Loon Smash and Fanatics are keeping apart because they're supposed to be on bigger bases. We are going to move my Shooters this way, because if I let you get to this objective, it is game over no matter what. If I can pull off a double turn right here, I don't necessarily need a double turn, but a double turn would allow me to do enough damage to get back in the game. Shooting as many as they can. We'll shoot this way. I will shoot... You know, I'm going to shoot into him because the Volcanic Blood does damage to me in close combat when I do damage to you, so I might as well try to plink off some wounds. So we got 14 shots that can see, hitting on 4s because I've at least 15 guys. Well, actually that was a pretty good roll even if I didn't get that. But only wounding on 5s. Well, 2 wounds. 4-up save. Yeah, that did nothing. Fun. It's all my shooting, so we'll do a charge with the Fanatics. So 5-inch charge, that's enough. They're coming this way. Your worst nightmare has arrived. Loon Smash Fanatics, baby. Boy. Need a 6-inch charge right here, which I make. Oh yeah. So we're just gonna put a netter here. We'll put a netter here, and we'll put a netter here. Ha! -1 to all y'all. Yeah, then we'll just come in. There we are, everybody in. So the Fanatics fight first. I grabbed some 32 mil bases to be totally sure how many can fight, and I can get 3 onto your Hearthguard Berserkers and 2 onto your Auric Rune Smiter. We're gonna put these 3 into the Hearthguard Berserkers and then just 2. So the one that has a choice is gonna go into Hearthguard. They're D6 attacks each. Well, that's average, 11 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Only 4 hit. Winning on 3s. Oh, only 2 get through. Now they're -2 rend, so they ignore your armor and D3 damage each. 2 damage, come on, man! You ignore those on 4s. You take 1 damage. I do not know why these guys are 140 points. Yes, they can disrupt lines, but I don't think that's worth the whole 140. They used to be worth only 100 points, and I thought that was worth it. 2d6 attacks into your Magma Droth. Oh, there's 9 attacks. Who cares when only hit on 4s? Yeah, look at that. Well, that was okay. 5 hits. 3s to wound. We've got 4 wounds. 6 up saves. Oh, 1 gets through, or 3 gets through, sorry, and 1 gets saved. D3 damage each. Only 5. It goes down to 9, but you got volcanic blood. Each 4+ will do a mortal wound to me, so you just killed 3 out of 5 of them. Yeah! That's worth the 140 points. So glad I chose that one. Should have chosen Sneaky Snufflers. And now I can pick a squad, because those Lunasasha fanatics fought before everybody else. And so I will pick the Stabus here, and they're already all in, so I'm fine with just leaving them there and fighting. Stabus first, hitting on 4s. No, not bad. Wounding on 4s. 5 up saves. Oh, only 1 dies from that. Oh, this is not looking too good. But I got my 3 barbed nets. Also hitting on 4s. Ooh. But only wounding on 5s. Oh, what a pitiful roll. Can I at least kill 1, please? Please, 5+? Yes, I killed 2 guys. Look at me go. And then you're gonna choose your Thunder Hammers, who are still empowered with the reroll wounds. So you got 9 attacks between the 4 of them. 3s to hit. Oh, that was the important roll, because you get to reroll the wound rolls. 3s to wound. Reroll that 1 fail. Looks like you don't even need the rerolls. Ouch. I have a 4 up save, but you have -1 rend, so 5 up. Oh, not bad. 4 damage. They actually have 5 wounds each, so we're down to 1. I'll fight back with the Gorgruntas. Start with the guys on top, hitting on 3s. Come on, just gotta make our 3 up save, or 3 up wounds. That's better. 5 wounds at -1 rend, so you get your 5 up saves. And 3 of them die out of the 4. Can I kill 1 more with my mounts? 12 attacks, hitting on 4s. Dang it, only 4 hits. Come on. No wounds. What freaking crap. Now I'm tied up, even if I get double turned. Would have been way better for them to charge into the next thing. That's a big deal. And they're immune to battle shock too, while you're within 16 of an order hero, thanks to our rules. And then your guys attack here, and I'm just gonna remove them because they're 1 wound each with a 6 up save, so they're not surviving, those guys. And then you got your Arcanauts hitting back against the Stabas. Do you need gun butts first?
We're doing the
cutters
first.
Normally hits on a 4, so hitting on a 5 because of my netters. Oh, of course, just roll 6s. That's how you get around that. Wounding on?
4s.
Any rend?
None.
So 5 up. Hey, saved. 3 gun butts from the volley guns.
Hitting on 5s.
So 6s?
No, 5s because of your thing.
Because of the thing. Okay, so nothing.
Yeah.
The battle shock, I don't have any to take. You don't have any to take because he's immune to it. And so that's the end of my turn.
Actually, you killed 2. They have
I killed 2. Oh, that's right. What's their bravery?
6.
Okay, well, you roll 5 or 6. Yeah, you're fine. And you could re-roll it too because you're order. So I still control, I now control this objective. And so I believe so. Let's just double check that.
Yeah, there.
Oh wait, no, the guy's within 6. So you've actually got 3 guys because I didn't kill that last guy. So it loses me 2 points. So I've only got these 2. So that's 3 more points, bringing the score to 8 to 6. So at this point, I'm probably dead, but if I can get a double turn, maybe I can pull something off because it stops you from shooting me. Because if you go next, I'm done. I give up. And we'll just go to our next game. Because you're just going to shoot, and I won't have anything left. If he was... This guy being alive is a big deal because these guys would love to move on to the next thing, like collide into these guys, kill them. If I got lucky enough, I could do enough damage between everything here that maybe you wouldn't get enough points. But all this is moot if I don't go next. So I need to win this roll off. You win ties. 4, 6. Good game. Because I'm assuming you're not going to be like, yeah, you can go.
No,
just for fun.
I'm going to go.
You're going to go shoot.
Yep.
There's not going to be any Stabas left. And obviously you can take care of them just fine. So good game. Good game. Obviously, I'm not worried about the balance of these 2 armies. Obviously, you got that double turn with a good shooting list, and that's going to really bend it in your favor. The fact that even with the double turn, I still saw ways to come back if things had gone right. The Fanatics whiffing so badly, that's a big deal, because even if I did go next, I still have to deal with this many guys. I think these guys would have moved out and shot everything they could into the berserkers.
And I almost didn't kill your war boss. You
You almost didn't, yeah. And if he was able to hit back, like he's down to 9 wounds. So imagine if the war boss had hit back, or actually done something against the Hearthguard berserkers more than the crap that he did, only killing 2 of your berserkers. But that's just how it works. So we're gonna finish here. So the way this is gonna work is we're gonna go into the vault now and play our next game. But the beginning of the next game, we're gonna do our drafting. So the beginning of each of the games in this little mini campaign will start with us drafting the next part of our list, and then we'll play a game with them. So if you wanna see that draft, see what we pick, and then watch the game, make sure to click the link below to go to watch it in the MiniWarGaming Vault. If you're not a Vault member, you can still click the link, get a free 7-day trial, get instant access to that battle report, and thousands of other battle reports, painting tutorials, and all sorts of other behind-the-scenes content. And of course, our Vault members are what allows us to run this business to begin with. So thank you so much for watching. Click the link below. I'll see you in the next video, and happy wargaming!